Hey guys, Nelo here. So I'm going to be sharing some unpopular opinions about marriage with you guys today because I've just been seeing a lot. When people come online, they just say whatever they feel like. The same way I'm making this video saying whatever I feel like. I'm not faulting anybody. I'm just here to share my unpopular opinions about marriage. Okay, where should we even start from? Okay, I feel like this one is very important. This very first point here. Yeah, let me tell you, in case no one has told you before, there's nothing like my one and only, the one. There's nothing like that, okay? There is something like the one for now, okay? The one for the moment. But there is no one person in this life that was made for another, okay? That your husband, that your boyfriend, that's your wife, whatever the person is to you, they're just the one for now. Because if you guys break up, if anything happens, they're gonna move on. You're going to move on and you're going to be all right. Like, you're going to be very all right. In fact, so say you not even remember that person that was once your one. So just know that it's the one for now, not the one forever, okay? Number two, I don't want this video to be too long, so we're not going to be dwelling on each unpopular opinion. You guys just tell me what you think in the comments, okay? Anyone you agree with or anyone you don't agree with, just let me know in the comment section and I would love to read your comments, okay? Now, moving on. I have a list here. Best believe, okay? Second one, see, there is no rule on the amount of time you have to date before you get married. I've heard people say you have to know the person, you have to date for at least 2 years. Bullshit. You don't have to date. In fact, some people don't even date. Some people is just like, oh, I have this my brother that wants to marry. Oh, okay, they get married next month. And their marriage is perfect. When I mean perfect, perfect. Because at the end of the day, it takes two people that are willing to make something work. For that thing to work, well, something in this case, marriage. It takes two people that are willing to make a marriage work for that marriage to work, okay? Whether you date for 8 years or 10 years or 6 months or 2 months, marriage will go work, go work. I know situations where people, well, at least one situation where someone dated for 8 years, 8 whole years, throughout uni, after uni, masters, while they were working, got engaged, and they could not even last 6 months. 6 months of engagement. They did not even end up walking down the aisle, and the girl later married someone else like less than a year later, and they're happily married today. Okay? There's no set time to date. If you meet your husband and you've dated for just 1 month, don't let people pressure you into thinking, it's too early, I don't know this man. You can always get to know someone, whether married or not married. Some people can pretend their whole relationship, marry you and show you pepper. Okay, remember, this is my unpopular opinion. No? You don't have to agree. But the truth is, from where I stand, there's no set amount. You can date for 1 month or 10 years. Same thing to me. This one. People don't like to hear this, but I have to say it, okay? I just have to say it. See, let me tell you, marry early if you can. I say if you can. If husband comes and you want to marry and you are young, marry early, okay? Let me explain. So you know how, say you're 23, my dog, say you're 23, 24, 25, whatever age, and you're chasing the bag, you're trying to make money, you're, going in the right paths when it comes to your career, you're trying to establish yourself, you're trying to find yourself, you're doing all that. Because yes, I understand the importance of finding yourself before you get married, or importance of, trying to make money before you get married, even though that wasn't my case at all. I didn't even know myself, I didn't even have money, but I got married. But point is, I understand the importance, right? So say you're doing all these things, you have a good stable job, you want to travel. You know how girls dream of things they want to do before they get married. And in the midst of doing these things, a good man comes your way. Don't just because, oh, I'm young, I want to secure the bag, I want to do this and I want to do that, and say, I'm not going to marry this man. Because best believe that when you're 40 or whatever age, really, and you're ready to settle down, it might not be your husband that you end up marrying. People don't like to hear this. But the truth is that it might not be your husband that you end up marrying, because your husband came when you were 23, but you were chasing the bag. And what people forget is that you can also chase the bag with a good man. Again, I repeat, a good man. If a horrible man that will come and damage your life, collect that money that you have even made and just spoil you and damage you in different ways, comes when you're 23 or 25, run away from people like that. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about situations where you find a good man, but you're still trying to secure the bag. Please marry that man and continue securing the bag with that person. Same goes to men. You're trying to secure the bag, you're trying to make money, blah, blah, blah. Marry that woman, because trust me, another man will get eye, will snatch her. You will not even see her to come back to later. So it shouldn't be this or that. It has always been my belief. It shouldn't be this or that, this or that. It should be you should be able to do all these things as long as it's with the right person, okay? I think I explained it well. Let me just leave it at that. You guys, let me know what you think, because I feel like a lot of people are going to have opinions about these things I'm saying. Anyways, okay. Oh, this one. A lot of people need to hear this. So a lot of people need to hear this. You know that expensive wedding you want to do, that dream Instagram wedding you want to do, you're not gonna enjoy it. Let me just tell you. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be stressing yourself over the littlest things, over the most insignificant things. Trust me, if you have a good decor, good photographer, videographer, these three things to me, they're even more important than food and drink, because they will forget that they did not eat and drink that day. They will forget it. You give them money pure water to drink, they will forget it. It's not your business. Your marriage is sweet. That's their business. Did they come there for you to feed them? Just make sure you focus on things that are important. Obviously, feed your guests, but you get what I mean. Focus on things that are important. Don't overstress yourself about irrelevant things on your wedding day, because that your wedding, you're going to end up not enjoying it, and all that money spent, millions. I know when I did my wedding how many years ago, I know how many millions we spent, so I can't even imagine people doing wedding in 2022, how much they are spending. I can't even imagine it. So imagine spending all that millions only for you to have a very, very bad day because you're stressing about everything. So my dear, if possible, do a small wedding, because you see that big Instagram wedding, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. Do a small wedding. And another thing people don't forget is a small wedding can be your dream wedding, like the best decor. If I have more money to even make it your dream. Do you get what I mean? When I got married, I didn't even have say when it comes to these things. All my father's friends were there. My in-laws friends, my father-in-law's friends, my mother-in-law's friends. Like, I didn't even know 90% of the people that came for my wedding. But now, see that it has happened to me. I'm telling people, do a small wedding of 50 guests if you can, and be happy on your day. Because that big wedding, don't know what I'm saying again, you're not gonna enjoy it, okay? Ooh, this one is one I'm so passionate about. See, let me tell you. Nobody can stop me from walking my daughter down the aisle, okay? Mothers should actually be the one walking their daughters down the aisle, not fathers. I don't know. See, if you don't believe that's your business, it's okay. But I believe that it should actually be mothers who are the ones that sacrifice the most for these kids. We literally sacrifice our blood for our kids. So why should it be just fathers walking them down? They don't even say let the parents, both of them, do it, mother and father. I watched a video. I think I sent it to Adiz at that time. I was like, I have to do this for my wedding. Like, in fact, for my own, it's going to be what's it called? That one they were doing. I don't know what that thing is called. Is it hologram? Not really, but something, sha. But for me, it's going to be like what's the word? Like a presentation of like from pregnancy. In fact, from when you're in the tummy, yes, when I found out pregnant. Thank God for YouTube. All these clips will be there, okay? To pregnancy, to your childhood, to your newborn stage, toddler stage, normal child stage, teenage stage, adult stage, and then I will finally review myself when they're singing sweet music and hold my daughter and walk her down the aisle, okay? See, let me tell you, maybe after I finish walking her down, she'll go back and father walk her down, because nothing, I repeat, nothing in this world will stop me from walking my daughter down the aisle. I actually believe it is women that should walk their kids down the aisle, or at least both parents, mother on one side, father on one side. Why should it be fathers giving away their daughter away for marriage? It shouldn't even be called giving away for marriage, I beg. Like, oh, my property, I'm now transferring you to another man to own you for the rest of your life. After, I beg, I don't believe in that. Like, it's not happening to my daughter. Nah, I'm walking her down, or her dad, me and her dad will walk her down together. Okay, this one. Getting married. I repeat, getting married is not an attack on feminism, okay? I'm saying this because it seems like when people say they are feminists, right, and then end up getting married, you see those nonsense online aunties and uncles. But I thought to say you are a feminist. Why are you getting married? Is something wrong with your head? Is something wrong with your head? It is not an attack on feminism. Getting married doesn't mean the person is no more a feminist, because at the end of the day, feminism, being a feminist, doesn't have anything to do with hating men. It does not have anything to do with not wanting to get married. It doesn't have anything to do with not wanting children. It has everything to do with women having the same choices and options and equal opportunities, and basically just women living their lives the way they want to live it. Okay, so if a feminist chooses to get married, it is not an attack on feminism. It has nothing to do with that. It's her choice. That's the whole point of being a feminist. She should be able to do whatever the F she wants. It's not an attack on feminism. It pisses me off when ignorant men see feminists like, everybody should actually be feminist, but that's not the point of the story, okay? When ignorant men see feminists like getting married, I thought you said you're feminist. I thought you hated men. And you even sound like you don't have sense. You sound senseless. Let me just tell you, in case you're watching this video, you sound like something's wrong somewhere. But yeah, that's that. This one, I have a friend that always says this, right? Falling in and out of love with your partner is very normal. Like, when I mean normal, it's very normal. So even, okay, let me use my case as an example. I always use my case as an example. Like, I've never felt like I was out of love with my partner. Is that how to phrase it? Anyways, whatever, you guys get what I mean. I've never felt that way. I've never said, I don't love my husband this period. But the truth is that there are periods where that man annoys the shit out of me, okay? And I just want to end everything and pack my bags and be going, because it is not by force, okay? So I'm guessing moments like that, it's why most people, or a lot of people now end the relationship or end the marriage or whatever, because they fail to realize that it is not possible to feel the same exact feeling for somebody for the rest of their life. Like, it's actually a very hard thing. That's why when people say marriage is work, it's not like you are suffering, working, but you have to make conscious efforts and conscious decisions to actually love that person every single day, okay? Some days they are annoying you. You don't love them as much as you loved them yesterday, but that's okay. That's not a reason to end your marriage. That's not a reason to even take rash decisions, okay? Rest. If you need the space, take the break, take the space you need, do whatever it is that you need to do, and trust me, you're going to gradually get back to, should I say, loving your partner. In fact, even for women, it happens in pregnancy. Some people, when they're pregnant, like, I don't want this. You irritate me. Don't touch me. Pregnancy hormones. They don't want to have sex. They don't want to do anything. They don't even want somebody to touch them. But once that baby comes, it transforms, okay? Some people, it happens when they're having postpartum depression. It can happen at any point in time in your marriage, even when there's nothing really. Sometimes it could be that the man is just sleeping every day, sleeping his life away, and he's jobless, you don't like it anymore, you start falling out of love. It can be anything, okay? So just know that it's very normal. They will annoy you. You will not love them as much, but that's okay, because you can love them again tomorrow, okay? You know that bullshit that people used to say, don't bring any third party into your marriage. Don't tell people things about your marriage. You keep it between the two of you. The two of you will solve that problem by yourself. Nonsense. Do not believe them. That's what they is entrapping you. They don't even want you to have options. They don't want you to have people to talk to. They don't want you to tell people, like, should I say, what you are going through in a marriage, because that's their way of keeping you there, of letting you take shit. No, don't do it. Sometimes it's your partner telling you this thing. Sometimes it's people in the world. It's a lie. Please talk to people if you can. Obviously, nobody is telling you to go and gist everybody. Oh, me and my husband, we did this position this night. Me and my husband, we do it like this. That's not the point. But when you're having issues, sometimes emotional issues come up when you're married. Always have somebody to talk to. Me, I have people I talk to about these things all the time. I have people I talk to. Sometimes I'm even angry about something so little. Once I rant about it, I feel better, okay? Don't let people deceive you. If you don't have anybody in your life to talk to, get a therapist. Just someone that you can unwind with, okay? Very important. People are not gonna like this one. They're not gonna like it, okay? Let me just tell you people, be open to divorce. Be open to divorce. My husband is going to watch this video and be like, what is wrong with this girl? My husband is the, last person in this world to opt for divorce. I don't know why the man hates divorce so much, but be open to divorce. I tell people this because a lot of times, people feel trapped when divorce is not an option. Even the other day, I was trying to make my husband understand it, like, life happens. Obviously, nobody prays for that. Obviously, I don't pray for it. I don't want a divorce. I don't want to divorce my husband. But say something tragic, we don't know what these partners will become in 20 years. Oh, my husband is going to kill me. But point of this story is, be open to divorce, okay? Don't let yourself feel trapped in marriage, because I feel like that's the reason, especially our mothers were trapped in their marriages. They were being abused, assaulted, emotionally abused, physically abused, so many different things, but they felt trapped because divorce wasn't even an option. To a lot of them, it was like, you marry this man, you take whatever shit that man gives you. I keep saying man because I'm a woman making this very clearly. So I'm talking from a woman's perspective, okay? They took everything and more because they believed there was no way out. Once you're married, you have to make your marriage work. Church will tell you, you have to make your marriage work. It's a woman's job to keep their home together. It's not your job to do shit. If they mistreat you, if they beat you, if they abuse you, if they do, leave that man. always have divorce as an option in your mind, but people will not hear. I'm not going to elaborate on this because I feel like there's a lot of videos going around this period about living marriages that are not treating you well, okay? But anyways, that's that. This one, I don't do this one, but well, soon, I wish. Okay, let me explain. Couples should actually have separate rooms. I said it. I said it. You should have your own room, and your husband should have his own room. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are both sleeping in separate rooms. If you want to, if that's what makes, if that's what works for you people, then that's fine. But I believe that couples should have separate rooms, okay? Have somewhere in your house that is your own space. Somewhere that you go to relax, unwind, chill. To be honest, I don't have it. I don't have it in this house. This rented apartment is like, it's very small. I don't have it, right? But we're moving. And in the next house, I'm going to make sure to have that. Like, always make sure to have your own space. Because sometimes, yeah, when my house is like, I'm fed up with everything, I always drive to Adese's house, go and lie down there and just rest. Adese's house is my resting point, is where I call kind of my own space, where I get to do whatever I want and just chill. Because if I'm here, my husband is here. If I go out, my children are there. Sometimes I'm here, my children are here. Like, it's very annoying. So if you can have your own room, please have your own room. It doesn't mean anything. Don't mind others saying, husband, I want to share the same room. You people can sleep in the same room, but please, this is my room, this is your room. You can choose to be sleeping in your room or my room. It doesn't even matter. But always make sure to have your own space. Very important. This one, okay. There'll be dry spells in your marriage, and that's normal, okay? It's not every day you're gonna be giving your partner 3 times a day, serving them 3 times a day, okay? It's not every day, okay? Sometimes people get tired, okay? Sometimes we don't want to do anything for 2 weeks. Don't touch me, please. I want to be on my own. It's very normal. There'll be dry spells, because I've read of situations here where people have this dry spell. For some people, it's not 2 weeks, so it's not 3 weeks, it's not even a month. It can go as far as 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is, where it causes people to get divorced, because obviously we all know how important sex is when it comes to marriage. But at the end of the day, there's always a reason. There's something causing that. And if really there's no reason, try and work your way back to each other. It's not for the other person to even start getting angry and say, oh, but I've not had sex for 6 months. Okay, but what have you done about it? Have you done anything to make your partner want to even have the sex with you? So, like, it happens. It's very normal. Do you have dry spells in your relationship or marriage? Let me know, please. How long? How long is actually considered normal? I don't know about 6 months. But when some women are pregnant, actually, 6 months seems normal to them. But how long is considered normal? Know that dry spells are normal. It doesn't mean she doesn't love you. It doesn't mean he doesn't love you. But just find out why. Give them time. And trust me, you guys will get back to giving each other 3 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay? Whew, we're almost done. Yes, this one, I'm sure we all know it. Have friends aside from your husband or wife, or aside from the friends that you guys share together. You have to have your own friends, have your own people, do your own things, chill with your friends without your husband. Like, be a separate human away from your husband. You have to be everything you dream to be away from your husband. Then together, you guys can be that thing that you guys want to be together. Because that's me, okay? I love my girlfriends. I love my sisters. I don't joke with these people in my life. Like, I cannot do without them, okay? I literally cannot do without my friends. But you know the funny thing about men? The funny thing about men is that we jump from man to man to man to man. But you see those sisters and those friends you've had, they've been constants in your life, but you've had probably 10 men and finally end up marrying one. So do you think that one is enough reason for you to get rid of those friends and sisters that you've had all your lives? Think again when you want to make decisions like that, okay? Always make sure to have your own people, your own friend, your own gang. Very important. Last but not the least, let me tell you people, marriage is not for everyone. Just some people that say, let me tell you, you even want to get married, or you're already married, but marriage is not for you. You are a beast. You are the devil. And marriage is not for you, okay? And there are some people that they don't want to get married, and people shame them into like thinking, oh, marriage is the only option, into wanting to get married because it's what everyone does. Marriage is not for everyone, okay? It's okay for some people to not get married. It's actually okay. Like, marriage is not by force. There are already enough people in the world multiplying the world. Trust me. If marriage is not for you, it's not for you. Do not drag another person's child into a relationship you know you're not going to give your all, and into a relationship you know you're going to mistreat them in. All these people getting married, abusing their wives or their husbands, manipulating them, doing all sorts of things. You don't have to get married. It's not for everyone. If you want to stay single, because a lot of people miss their freedom so much when they get married, like it almost drives them crazy. If you love freedom that much, don't get married. And again, when it comes to freedom, I keep telling people, I have 100% freedom in my life right now, telling your partner what you're about to do before doing it, or your whereabouts, or your plans in life, or whatever, it doesn't mean you don't have freedom. It doesn't mean shit, because whether it's your partner or not, you probably still run it through your parents, your sisters, or whatever. There's somebody you're choosing to share your life with. You should be able to tell them these things, okay? When I'm going out, even if my husband is not around, in fact, most times I send him my location, know where I am at all times, in case anything happens. It's very normal. If my husband goes out, he does the same thing. It's very normal. So when people talk about freedom in marriage, it's almost like, once you're married, you can't go out, you can't go. No, 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 that's not what we're talking about here. There are people that just don't like to consider other people when they're making decisions, and consider other people when they're taking actions. People like that, marriage is not for you. Because whether you like it or not, once you get married, you have to consider your partner. Once you have kids, you have to consider your kids, okay? You have to consider people before you take actions. It comes with the territory. So if you're one of those that don't like that, please don't get married. Don't suffer another person's child, all in the name of you want your freedom. You want to do whatever the F you want to do. Okay, that brings me to the end. I'm sure I did not even say 10% of the opinions that I've thought about this my lifetime. If you know more opinions, if you have more opinions that I didn't mention, please let me know in the comment section. And if there's something I mentioned that you don't quite believe with, I would like to know your thoughts in the comments. So just drop your comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and all that good stuff, okay? I'll see you guys in my next one.